This is a revolution that came from a whistleblower. This came from somebody who believed the policy was wrong and the public had a right to it. When we approached it as reporters, you have to remember, we've been digging for years to try to get the straight story on Vietnam. Did President Kennedy authorize the political coup that overthrew Ngo Dinh Diem, the president the United States was supposedly backing? Did Westmoreland actually request 206,000 more troops after the Tet Offensive? One thing after another like that. We've been working those stories. And here's the gold mine. Here's the pot at the end of the rainbow that's actually telling you inside in real time what was going on when we were outside trying to look through the screen and break through all the lies and the misconceptions, the deceptions, all that kind of stuff. So this is, you have to remember, this is not something you handle in a minute. We spent 3 months in that hotel going through 7,000 pages of classified documents. File drawers, full, drawer after drawer after drawer after drawer. I mean, this is the 1950s, this is the early 60s, this is mid-60s, this is the later 60s, this is the diplomatic stuff, this is the military, these are the classified documents. I mean, there's an enormous body of material. So it's not, I mean, you get an immediate sensation of, wow, this is dynamite, this is a bombshell. But then you have to sit down and start to work through it and figure out how you're going to organize it and put it together in a form, in a narrative form with an architecture so that people can understand what they're learning. I mean, this is 20 years of history all of a sudden. You don't do that in a quickie story. You don't do that in a fast summary. So it's like it was a book. By the time we were done publishing 10 days in the New York Times on the Pentagon Papers, it was a book, as long as Gone with the Wind.